Hi guys, welcome to your Pilates session. My name is Liz, for those who don't know me. Before we start, just think about any conditions that you have. Think about what you would normally do in your class, the do's and don'ts of what maybe your Pilates teacher would say. Even if you're used to doing Pilates, if you're not feeling great, if your back's a little bit achy as you're looking at this, then make sure that you lower the levels slightly or decrease your range of movement. Again, think about what you were doing in class. So guys, when you're ready, you're going to start with your feet hip distance and you're going to spread out your toes. We're going to do a little bit of footwork before we start. So with the toes spread out, think about standing in the triangle underneath the feet. Think about how you would normally stand or how you would walk. Do you stand sort of slightly onto the outside of the feet or to the inside? Try and plant the feet as firm as you can. So try not to look down at your toes too much, but you will have to have a glance. It'll help a little bit. We're going to lift the toes up off the floor. Now Sheila's really good at doing this, so I hope she doesn't watch this. Sheila, I'm doing as best I can. So I'm going to lift my toes up off the floor and I'm going to try and spread them out. So if you struggle doing 2 feet at a time, you could try 1 at a time. Then I'm going to put all my toes back down. So I'm going to shift my weight slightly back into my heels, lift and separate my toes. And then I'm going to place them back down. So let's do that one more time. So lift and separate. And even if your toes really are not doing what you think they should be doing, that's fine. Just keep really trying to send the message down to the toes. Do your best. Let it go, guys. So let's do that again. Let's lift the toes up off the floor. This time we're going to do the Mexican wave. So with the toes lifted, you're going to place both little toes down, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Then do it again. So lift up the toes, place them down, little toes, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. How are we doing with that? So lift, little toe, 2nd, 3rd. So you might be thinking, well, all 4 of my toes do it together and 1 toe can do it. Again, that's fine. Look at the ones that aren't doing so well, see if you can help them along. 1 more. If you've got arthritis in the toes, maybe bunions, just work with what you've got. And then release it. Lovely. So the toes are spread out. We're thinking about centering into the middle of the feet. Knees are slightly soft. 1 hand onto the tummy, 1 hand onto the lower back. You're going to take a soft breath out. You gently squeeze the bottom, tuck the tailbone under, and then breath in as you release. So breath out, tuck the tailbone under, and breath in as you release. So again, thinking about your back, how is it feeling? If it's feeling quite stiff, quite tight, maybe it's a little bit painful, just go easy on it. Maybe not do as much of the tucking the tailbone under, just making it softer. Remember to breathe. So breathe out as you tuck under, breathe in as you release. So remember, if you're quite stiff through your back or this really feels quite nice, if you've been sat down a lot during the day, you need to release the back. Do this for a little bit longer and then join in with the rest of the class when you're ready. Guys, see if you can find your neutral spine. Find the middle of the 2. Tailbone is pointing down towards the floor. The back has got its gentle curve. Relax the arms. Straighten out the legs. Feel the length through the spine. Think about your vertebrae. Think about stacking 1 by 1, all the way up through the crown of the head. It's that feeling of standing well, standing tall. Keep the shoulders relaxed down. I want you to think about slightly lifting the breastbone, but not excessively, but keeping the chin soft. Okay, take a breath in, lift the shoulders up. Breathe out as you release. Breathe in as you lift. Out as you release. I can't help closing my eyes over some of these. Sometimes you just think, right, I just want to home in on myself, close my eyes. And that's really nice. You can feel what your body's doing. So breath in as you lift, breath out as you release. Definitely take a little bit longer on the draw down of the shoulders. So if it takes you 2 seconds to lift your shoulders up, give yourself 3 seconds to draw your shoulders down. In as you lift and out as you release. If you're working from home, if you're working with your kids, homeschooling your kids, this should feel quite nice. Feel you squeezing your shoulder blades in very gently towards your spine. 2 more. Breath in as you lift. Keep the length through the crown of the head. Last time, guys. Lovely. Draw the fingers down the side of the legs. Keep the pelvis still. Gentle abdominal connection. Breath out as you go into side bend. Breath in back to centre. So think about what you're trying to do when you do a side bend. You're trying to lift and lengthen through the spine. You want to try and keep space in between the rib cage and the hip. So those with osteoporosis, osteopenia, think about what we'd say in class. Keep the range of movement small. And again, if your back is playing up, if you've got any issues, back problems, decrease your range of movement. Keep breathing, breathe out as you go over, in as you come back to centre. We can all do this next bit if that feels okay. Take the arm out to the side, breath out, look down the length of the arm, breath into centre. Just remember to try and keep the pelvis still. Imagine you stood in between 2 walls, one at the front, one at the back. So you can't lean forward, you can't lean back, you can only go side to side. Let the chin relax as well, so nod your chin. Feel that lengthening through the neck. 2 more. Breath out as you go over. In, back to centre. Last time. Lovely. Roll the shoulders back and down. Relax. Take it into gates of life. If you need to take your feet a little bit wider, do that. Let the heels come off the floor. It's a relaxed, sort of playful movement, but you're always in control of it. Again, you can make this movement smaller. You could make it slightly bigger if you like. Take the legs a little bit wider if that feels better. Keep breathing. And then easy diagonal stretch. So I've slowed that down a little bit. I'm lifting my heel away from the floor. I'm still relaxed, but I'm in control. Lovely. My pelvis is moving. I'm trying to reach my fingers as far away from my heel as I can. So I'm getting some opening through my hip as I go side to side. 4 more. Lovely. Bring it back to centre. Okay, bring the feet this time not hip distance, but actually much, much closer, if that's comfortable. Roll the shoulders back and down. So let's find that neutral position with the spine again. Draw the abdominals in. So guys, we're used to doing sways forwards and backwards. This is slightly different. So can you sway your weight forward into your toes? Okay, try not to grab the floor with your toes, but feel the weight is forward. Feel the abdominals are drawn in. We're going to draw a circle. So weight is into the toes. Take your arms across your chest. Now shift your weight over to the left hand foot or the left hand side. So what I'm doing is I'm rolling round the outside of my feet, going back into my heels, I'm going over to my right foot, and then I'm coming back to centre. So it's a circle. It's quite hard not to grab with your toes. Okay, try not to do a side bend. And hopefully if I'm doing it right, I'm not doing a side bend. This is a side bend as you go around. So back stays straight. I should feel like a weeble. Have we got it? Okay, so can you feel the muscle contraction change as you go side to side? So as I shift my weight to my right hand side, I can feel that right hand side really start to contract. And then back. Change direction. So rolling round. Does it feel weird this side? Because when we started the circle, I don't think I prompted us to go, oh yes I did, maybe I did prompt us to go. But anyway, when you change direction, it should be kind of easier one way than it is the other. Here's your challenge. Can you do it with your eyes closed? Just make sure before you close your eyes that the dog or your child or the coffee table isn't too close, because if you lose your balance you need to put your leg out to the side. Are you ready? We're going to do 4 circles, eyes closed. Go. Ooh. So keep breathing. So because you can't see, you've really got to up the rest of your senses. You've got to feel the floor underneath your feet. I am on my second circle. Should have said, because if you're doing it right, your eyes are closed, you can't see me. We're on our third one. So all the way round for your circle. Last time, circle round. Nearly finished. Keep breathing. Come back to centre. Open your eyes. Did you do it? Did you fall? Bring it back to centre, guys. Relax the arms down. Stay there, but bring your left foot forward into tightrope. If that is not comfortable, if you've had a hip replacement or your knees don't like that, take it into tandem. Tightrope is the hardest one. Shift your weight into both feet. Okay. Draw the shoulders back and down. Engage the abdominals. So you should be possibly having a good old wobble. Now do side bends. So can you keep your weight even into right and left leg? Ooh. That's tricky. So I don't know if you can see what my legs are doing, but my feet and my legs are working really, really hard to make sure I don't fall over. Ready for your challenge? 4 with your eyes closed. Ready? Right side first, go. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe out as you go over. I'm going to the left. I'm coming back to centre. I've done 2. I'm going over to the right. Breathing out. I'm breathing in as I come back to centre. I've got 1 more. Oh, breathing out over to the left. I'm going to lose my balance. Bring it back to centre. Lovely. Don't lose that position. 1 second. Now bring your right foot back to your left. Go back into circles, arms across the chest. So if you can remember, we're doing the opposite way. 4 with the eyes closed. Ready? Go. Ooh. So I'm on my first. I'm breathing. I've done 1. I'm on to my second. My second is pretty shocking. I can feel it. In fact, I'm not sure it's a circle at all. I've done 2. I'm going off the outside of my foot. I'm round. 3, my circles are definitely getting really bad. Last time. That's so difficult. Bring it back to centre. Lovely. Open the eyes. Relax the arms. This time it's the right foot that goes forward, the left foot goes back. So now we're in tandem. Get the weight even between front and back leg. Roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, keep the legs straight. Ready for those side bends again. So naturally, as you do this, can you feel that your weight wants to go into your back foot? Keep the range of movement small. Remember, it's not a stretch, not like before. This is about balance and stability. Ooh. This is harder on my side, on this side. How is it feeling for you? Challenge? Let's do it with our eyes closed. Ready? 4 to do. Off we go. Close your eyes. Let's go to the left. I've lost it, but if you were closing your eyes, you didn't see that. Bring it back to centre, other side, over to the right. Back to centre, this is definitely my tough side, over to the left. Back to centre, over to the right. And back to centre, that's really hard that side. Give it a little shake off. Okay, bring the feet back to centre position. Draw the shoulders back and down. So we're going to shift our weight over to our left leg. So think about it again as keeping the back straight. There's no flexion forward and it's not a side bend. So you should have a straight line from your nose down towards your pubic bone. So weight over to the right leg. I'm going to draw my abdominals in. I'm going to peel my left heel away from the floor. I'm going to go strong and straight through that right leg. Hold that there. Could you lift your left foot up off the floor? And then bring it back. Okay. And back. So the movement I've just done there is quite big. If you wanted to make it easier, you could make the movement smaller. Oh. So, right leg is working hard. Are you able to keep neutral spine? Tap, tap, tap. Can we make that into a semicircle? So I'm going to tap forward, now I'm going to draw a circle round. Then I'm going to trace back. So guys, if anybody's doing this with piriformis syndrome, I want you to keep switching legs and to not overdo this. to perhaps do half of the amount we're going to do now. So pelvis is staying forward, but my left hip is moving. My right leg now is on fire. I hope yours is as well. I'm working really hard to keep my back straight. So if you're happy doing this, and you want to keep having a break, have a break. Can we add a little bit more? So we're going to bring the left foot forward. I'm going to relax my arms. I'm going to go into a knee lift. So as I lift my knee, I'm not lifting it too high. I'm going to make sure that I'm maintaining neutral spine. Bring the arms down. Let's go back to the start. Keep the arms relaxed. Sand circle. Pelvis stays forward. Abdominals are drawn in. Bring the leg back to centre. Double arm float. Knee lift. Bring it back to centre. My right leg is really working hard. Sand circle. Knee lift. Oh, can we add a little bit more? So sand circle with the left. Lovely. Bring it back to centre. Let's do that knee lift again. Let's hold that there. Hold it there. Gently push your left arm a little bit towards me. Pull your right arm backwards, pull back with your elbow, keep your pelvis still, just look over your right shoulder. Now look forward, bring the right arm back forward, bring the arms down, start again. 2 more, sand circle, draw the abdominals in. Keep the pelvis facing forward, back to centre, double arm float, knee lift, hold that there. Push your left arm towards me. Pull your right arm back, little bit of rotation, not a lot. Look over your right shoulder. Oh, gosh. Centre. And release 1 more. My right leg is not going to be friends with me after this. So it's a sand circle. Back to centre, double arm float. This is the last one. Push your left arm towards me. Go on, push. Bring your right arm back. Hold, little bit of rotation, but just a glance. That's so difficult, that glance. Look forward, right arm forward. Shake off, that's so difficult. Now the trouble is, now we know what's coming. We're going to do the other side. So bring the feet nice and close together. Roll the shoulders back and down. Tummy gently drawn in. Shift your weight over to your left leg. Okay, we started with arms across the chest. We peel our right foot away from the floor. We touch the floor forward. Keep the pelvis facing forward. Take the foot out to the side. Then you bend your right knee and take it back. In fact, guys, bring your hands onto your hips. To the side and forward. So I'm trying really hard not to lean over to the left-hand side. I'm trying really hard to keep my pelvis facing forward. I'm trying really hard not to move the position of my lower back. So if I was to cheat and do this wrong, I would lean backwards, but I'm really going to try not to. So can we now make this into a circle? So watch my right knee. I bend my knee when I go back, and then I straighten it as I come forward. How's that feeling on the left leg? Is it feeling worse, or is it feeling better than the last side? Okay, 2 more. So pelvis is staying forward, left leg is working really hard, calf's feeling it as well. Bring it back to centre. Okay, relax the arms. Are we ready? So we're going to lift the knee, same as the other side, keep the back really nice and straight, hold that there. Let it go. Sand circle. Back to centre, double arm float. Knee lift, trying really hard not to lean back. Left leg's working hard. Bring the foot back to centre. Sand circle. Centre. Knee lift. Lovely. 1 more, then we're going to add that bow and arrow. Ready? So lift. Let's hold that there. So we're going to push, or you're going to push your right arm towards me. See if you can touch me. Push your right arm towards me. Push your left elbow back. Little bit of rotation, but not a lot. Glance over your left shoulder. Look forward. Left arm comes forward. Down, but don't put your weight into that right foot. Semicircle, left leg is on fire. Back to centre, double arm float. Abdominals drawn in, hold it there. Push your right arm towards me, pull your left elbow back. Keep that right knee facing forward. Look over your left shoulder. Look forward, centre, release. There's 2 more. I can't wait to finish this. Semicircle, centre, double arm float. Hold it. Push. Look over, just glance, little bit of rotation but not a lot. Look forward, left arm comes forward, down is the last one. Yeah. Round, centre, double arm float, knee lift, hold it, push your right arm towards me, push, push, push. Pull your left arm back, look over your shoulder, centre, left arm back, and release. Well done. Oh. Okay, you're going to go down to the floor. So from this position, if you can, think about your strongest leg. Is it your right leg or your left leg? It's my right, I'm going to put it forward. But now you're going to change it. Use your weaker leg. So left leg goes forward, taking you down into lunge. Have a breather, go into shell stretch. That's a nice break for the legs. We've got a little bit more leg stuff to do. So certainly relax the legs for a second. And then bring it up onto hands and knees. Quick cat stretch just to release. So hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Relax your toes, nice soft breath out as you relax the head, tuck the tailbone under. And then breathe in as you lift the head very gently and lift the bottom. So think a bit more about being a movement through your pelvis rather than moving your head excessively. And this exercise or this stretch should be done gently anyway. Breath out as you relax. And breath in as you lift. We've got 1 more to do. Breath out, a little bit of gentle flexion. And breath in. Lovely, guys. Find your neutral spine. Can we bring the right leg forward, left leg behind? Okay, so from that position, your front heel is underneath your knee and your back knee is underneath your hips. We're going to tuck the back toes under and we're going to take the arms and cross them across the chest so you can't cheat. So feel what happens when you shift your weight forward into your front leg. You know, a little bit of stretch through the back leg, and I want you to push through that right leg down into the floor. So feel the muscle contraction as you just push. Don't hold your breath. Now, as you change, let the weight go into the back knee. So if you can see me quite well, you should see hopefully that my hip is over the top of my knee, but I haven't leant backwards. That back leg should be working a little bit. So change it, shift the weight forward. So push down like you're trying to push your foot through your mat, and then bring it back to centre. Make sure that you're fully upright and that your hip is over the top of your back knee. So if you do no more than this, that's fine. But let's make it a little bit more challenging. Okay, so bring it back to centre, guys. You're going to lift your front heel up off the floor. Yep. Then place the heel down. Then you're going to shift weight forward. Hold that there. Tuck your back toes under. Lift and hold your back knee. So you're now in a knee pull. Hold that there. That is harder than it looks. 3, 2, 1. Knee down. Shift the weight back. Lift the front heel. Drop the front heel. Shift forward. Back toes are tucked under. Lift and hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee. Shift the weight back. Lift the front heel. How's it feeling? Drop the heel. Shift the weight forward. Lift and hover. So less is more. So if you've lifted your knee about 1 inch, perfect. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee. Shift the weight back. Lift the heel. Drop the heel, guys. Shift forward. Last one. Lift and hover. So let's lift and hover that knee. For those who can, stay with this. If you need to have a break, pop your knee back down. Okay, shift your weight forward. Now my back knee hasn't gone down onto the floor. Now I'm going to shift my weight back. Oh, so my weight is over the top of my knee, just as it was before. Shift your weight forward. That is absolutely burning. Shift the weight back. Last one. Shift the weight forward. Knee doesn't go over toes. Shift the weight back. 3, 2, 1. Release.
That's about half hour.
Okay. Other side. And again, just like the sand circles, we know what's coming now. So, front heel underneath your knee. Back knee is underneath your hip. You'll be able to see it a little bit better now. So back toes are tucked under, arms across the chest so you can't cheat. Ready? Shift the weight forward. So remember at this stage on the other leg, we didn't do any lifting, it was just pressing. So press your weight down into that front foot, making sure the knee doesn't go over the toes. And then shift the weight back, and now you can see my hip. My hip should be over the top of my knee, and that activates that back leg. So shift weight forward, and just press your foot down into the mat. And then shift your weight back. One more. So now we started to lift the front heel. So now as we went back hip is over the top of the knee, and you're going to lift your front heel. Drop the front heel, guys, shift weight forward. Press down through that leg into the mat. Shift your weight back hip is over the top of the knee, lift your front heel. Lovely. Drop it. One more. Shift weight forward, press down into your mat. Press, press, press nice and hard, keep breathing. And then shift weight back and lift your heel. So this is where we start to make it harder. Place the heel back down. Can you remember what we did? Shift the weight forward, hold it there. Oh, my legs. Oh, you're going to lift and hover your back knee. An inch. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee, shift weight back, lift the front heel. Drop the front heel. Shift weight forward. Lift and hover the back knee. 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee. Shift weight back. Lift the front heel. Drop the front heel. Shift weight forward. I reckon we've got 2 more. Lift and hover the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Shift weight back. Lift front heel. Last one is the big one. Are you ready? So if you're not up for this one, that's fine. Drop the heel down. Guys, shift the weight forward. Lift and hover the back knee. Hold that there. So we've got our weight forward. Now you're going to put your weight back. So your back hip is over the top of your knee. Shift your weight forward. Right knee is an inch off the floor. Shift the weight back. 2 more. Shift the weight forward. Tiny movements, guys. Shift the weight back. Last time. Shift the weight forward. And shift the weight back. And release. Just lie down on your mat, on your carpet, and just massage your quads. So use the hardness of the mat to just release some of the tension out of your quads throughout the front of the legs. Nice and relaxed. If everybody walks in the room now and you're doing this at home, they're going to be going, what are they doing? Okay, bring it back to centre. Woo. Time to lie down on your back. So you're going to need a pillow for this. Again, think about what you would do in class in terms of how big the pillow is and how it feels. Those of you who have got lower back stenosis, you're not going to use a pillow, or if it simply starts to set off any back pain, then just go onto the floor without the pillow. So, rolling onto your side, and rolling onto your back. So you're going to place that pillow underneath your sacrum. For those of you who are used to using hedgehogs, remember where we put the hedgehog onto lower back, so it's quite low. It just gives you a little bit of a lift through the pelvis. It's not essential, but quite nice if you've got a pillow close by. So stretch out the legs and let the arms go behind you. So if that's not comfortable, if that's pinching on your back, then take the pillow away. Or if that arm position is not comfortable for any shoulder conditions, you can have arms out, you can have arms down, whatever is more comfortable. Yeah? Okay, just relax there for me. Feel that the toes are slightly out to the side. Hips are open, chest feels open. Give yourself permission to just lie here and breathe. And hopefully nobody's going to interrupt you. Just take another 4 breaths out and in your own time. Let the legs relax after all those sun circles and after those lunges. You've got one more to do. Lovely. Bring the arms down by your side, bend your knees. Draw abdominals in gently, lift the right leg up, lift the left leg up. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Anybody who's had hip replacement, take the knees and make sure they are over the top of the hips, or if that feels like it's pinching your hips, just change your hip position. It doesn't have to be tight, it's got to be comfortable. Have a little rock side to side. Okay, bring it back to centre, hold on to your right leg, let the left, okay, 3 more.
Perfect.
That's enough, isn't it?
I'll tell you exactly. Yeah, no, you've got another leg. Yes, you must be on 40, 45. Perfect.
It's about 15 minutes left.
Yeah. But don't worry if you don't need to make it as long.
Right, so this is where I finish, wasn't it?
Cool.
Okay, so bend the knees, bring your bottom up off your cushion, let your bottom relax onto the floor. So we're going to go into hamstring stretch. So you don't need anything for this, you just need your hand. However, if you're in class and you really like having a band underneath your foot, you could use something like the rope on your dressing gown, something like that. So we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest, and we're going to stretch out the left leg. And again, think about hip replacement, think about what is comfortable for you. But if you can, hug the knee as close as you feel comfortable. You're going to keep that knee nice and close in towards your chest. And we're going to take a breath in. Now on the breath out, use your knee, start to extend the leg. There's where my hamstring stretch is. So my leg is nowhere near straight, but I'm getting a really nice hamstring stretch. So breath in, soften the knee. Breath out and lengthen. So the foot position is slightly pointed. Breath in and breath out. So again, as you're doing this, you can feel that as you start to lengthen your leg towards the ceiling, that your leg wants to pull away from your body. But for this particular hamstring stretch, you're keeping the leg quite close in towards the body. Breath in as you release, and breath out as you lengthen. 2 more. Breath in as you release, and breath out as you lengthen. 1 more, guys. Breath in and breath out. Hold that there. Keep breathing. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Relax it off. Change legs. Left leg in towards the chest. Right leg is relaxed. Put the knee in towards the chest. Take a breath in. And then on the out breath, use the knee to go into the stretch. Breath in as you release. Breath out as you lengthen. Breath in as you release. Again, think about foot position. So foot position is ever so slightly pointed, but not excessively. How's that feeling on the left leg? Breath out as you lengthen. Breath in as you release. 3 more. Breath out as you lengthen. Breath in as you release. Last 2. Last 1. and let it go. Lovely. So let's bend the knees. So we're going to go through the 100. It's not for everybody, so think again what you'd be doing in class and we can modify it as we go along. So taking the feet hip distance, taking the arms behind the head. Now the difference with this 100 is instead of doing it in one big chunk, we're going to do it in 10 small ones. I would, if you've still got your pillow close behind you, place your pillow underneath your head. So for those of you who are okay to lift head and shoulders, you've got a little bit of a head start with the pillow underneath your head. It's easier to lift the head and shoulders. Okay, take the arms behind the head. From here, think about your rib to hip connection. Take the arms up towards the ceiling, guys. Hold it there for me. So just nod the chin. Think about the rib to hip connection and make that connection before you start to lift. Remember, if you've got osteoporosis, osteopenia, and you haven't been doing this in class, stay with this movement. Here is our first movement. So rib to hip, reach the fingers down toward the toes. My chin is nodded. I might not do any more than that. If that's where you can stay, stay there. If you can, really good abdominal contraction, lift up. So we're going to peel away from the floor. I'm going to rest on my sacrum. Hold that there. Palms are down. I'm going to pump my arms. I'm going to breathe out and then in. You're done. Now roll back down, piece by piece, and then stretch. So that's one. We've got 9 more to do. Are you ready? So arms come up and over, nod the chin, rib to hip connection. I'm going to lift. I'm going to hold. 5 breaths. Out. In. Stop. I'm really segmentally going to roll back down. Could you make this harder? If you want to. Legs in tabletop, back in imprint. We're on number 3. Arms come up and over, nod the chin. Rib to hip connection. Breathe out, hold it there. Breathe out. In. Hold. Now I'm going to keep my legs in that position. Now I'm going to roll back down. Now that's tricky. Keep my legs there. Stretch. We're on number 4. Arms come up and over, nod the chin. Rib to hip connection. Reach the shoulders down. Hold it. Breathe out. In. Hold. Roll down. Oh. Arms come up and over. Could you make it harder? Yes. Arms come up and over. Nod the chin. Rib to hip connection. Oh, could you come up a little bit higher? Hold it there. Breathe out. In. Hold. Now don't move that leg position. Roll down. Arms come up and over. Are we on 6? I hope so. Nod the chin. Lift up. Hold. Breath out. In. Hold. Roll down. Now it's starting to hurt. We're on number 7. Arms come up and over. Remember the other 2 options we have. It doesn't have to be this hard. It can be here. It can be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Oh, take it back. I'm going back into the hard one. Are you still with me? Number 8. Up and over. Rib to hip. Lift up. Hold it. Hold. Roll down. Nearly there. Number 9. Arms come up and over. Nod the chin. Rib to hip. Hold. Oh, roll down. Legs are shaking. Legs are tired. Oh, they're really shaking. Last one. Oh, up and over. Hold. Oh, I'm so glad to finish. Oh, and bend. You see my legs shaking at the end there. Oh, guys, just do some hip rolls to release. In fact, it's a pendulum. So nice and relaxed through the back. Arms relaxed. That was tough. Just keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep the feet and knees together. Just start to take that into your hip roll. Nice and simple with the breathing. So breathe out as you go over, or actually the other way. Breathe in as you go over, and breathe out as you come back to centre. Keep the feet and knees together, those who've got SI joint issues. But guys, if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can take your feet slightly apart. If your back is feeling a little bit painful, this is quite often a nice one to do. 2 more to do. Breathe in as you go over and out back to centre. Last time. Out back to centre. Lovely. So we've got 1 more to do. We're going to go onto all fours. So roll yourself onto your side. Bring yourself up. So hands under shoulders and knees underneath the hips. So we're going to start with an easier level and we're going to progress it to a harder one. If you get tired because we are on all fours and that's really putting pressure on the wrists, and I know wrists are the first thing to give up, if you need to, you can go into a shell stretch at any time, give your wrists a little bit of a breather. Okay, so strong arm position. Really open out the fingers and make sure hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees are hip distance apart. Find your neutral spine. Don't take loads of time doing this, but just figure out where your neutral spine is, and we're going to lock it into place. So strong shoulders, shoulders down away from the ears and abdominals drawn inwards. Keep your bottom as still as possible. Imagine you've got your brew on your back. If you're sick of thinking about a brew on your back, it could be something alcoholic, I'm not fussed. Glass of Prosecco, martini, whatever you want. So abdominals drawn in, you're going to stretch your right leg behind you. It's really quite difficult to keep the pelvis still. I'm going to lengthen that left leg. I'm going to squeeze my bottom on the left hand side. I'm going to keep my bottom really still because I do not want to lose my drink. Then I'm going to bring that knee back to centre. Thinking about my shoulders, keeping my shoulders strong. I'm going to slide my right foot behind me. I'm going to stretch that leg out, but guys, can you see my leg? I am straightening it, but I'm not doing this movement. So my pelvis hopefully is still level. Then I'm sliding it back in. Let the knee rest. 2 more. So drawing the abdominals in, take a breath out. Slide your left leg behind you. Really straightening through that left leg. Squeeze my bottom. Tummy's drawn in. And then bringing the knee back to centre. We've got 1 more to do. If your wrists are hurting, you've only got 1 more to do. Slide your right leg behind you. Squeeze the bottom. Keep breathing. Bring the knee back. So my wrists are starting to ache, so I'm going to have a breather. Then we're going to move on to arms. Are we ready? So come back. Remember, if this is not suiting you and you need a breather but you want to keep going, go on to forearms, get a pillow, place your forearms on your pillow. Find that strong position again. Draw the shoulders down, neutral spine, tummy drawn in. This time your drink is on your shoulder blades. So keeping the shoulders steady and stable. Turn your right palm inwards so your little finger is touching the floor. And we're going to slide that right hand forward, but notice as you slide it forward that you're not reaching forward because you're going to lose your drink. So keep your drink on your shoulders. Abdominals are drawn in. Can you lift your right arm up? Lovely. Bring the arm back. Slide it back in. Open out your fingers, place it down. Left side, ready. Turn the left palm inwards. Slide forward. And lift. I'm not going to lose my drink. Off my shoulders. My right arm is strong and stable. Touch it back. And back to centre. We've got 2 more to do. Turn the right palm inwards. Slide it forward. Lift it up. Back to centre. Lovely, last one. Left palm turns in. How are we doing? Slide it. Lift it up. Back to centre. Lovely. Have a little breather. Roll out. So we're going to put the 2 together and then we've got a finale on this. This is our last one, our last exercise. So come back up onto hands and knees again. Remember what we're doing on arms, remember what we're doing on legs. So find neutral spine, strong shoulder position. Let's go with the left leg. So we're going to slide the left leg behind. This time you've got a drink on your bottom and your shoulders. In fact, you can have a whole party load of drinks all the way up and down your back. Just don't lose them. Hold that position there. So left leg is back. Turn your right palm inwards. Slide the right hand forward. So left arm working really hard, right leg working hard as well, and left. Lift the right arm up towards the one side of the room, lift your left leg up. Let's hold that there. 5 seconds, keep breathing. 4, 3, how's your drinks doing? 2, 1, bring the foot down, bring the hand back, bring the knee back. Did you manage to keep your drinks on your back? This time it's the right side. So we're going to stretch the right leg behind, squeeze the bottom, pelvis level, left palm turns inwards. Slide the left hand forward. Lift the right leg up, left arm up. Hold it there. Right arm working really hard, right leg working hard. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we've got 2 more to do. You could choose to keep going with the one we're doing now, or you can make it harder. Ready to make it harder? Plank. A little bit of a gap in between arms, a little bit of a gap in between legs. Are you ready? So from this position, you take the left leg up, hold it there, push hard into the toes on the right foot. Are you ready for this? You're going to turn your right palm inwards. You're going to lift your right arm up. Oh, hold it. 8, 7, keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, you're wobbling. 3, 2, 1. Right arm down. Left foot down. 1 more. Are you ready? Right leg comes up. If you're doing it on all fours, can you remember what you're doing? Hold that position there. Turn the left palm inwards. I'm not sure I can do it on this side. Turn your left and lift. Hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5. It's harder this side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. And relax. Oh. Well done. Oh. So give the wrists a little bit of a breather. Oh. Stretch the arms forward, guys. Really nice if it's suitable to take the knees wider and to relax the head down. Oh. Got 5 seconds to relax into this before we get back up. Okay. So start to sit your bottom towards the back of your legs. Bring your knees in a little bit and very gently roll piece by piece all the way back up till you're onto your shins. Just roll out the shoulders. Take some air in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2. Last one. Lovely. Can we get back up off the floor? You can lunge to come back up if you like, or if it's more suitable, you can reverse squat, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, push into the feet, and lift yourself back up. Give it a little shake off. Can we finish the same way as we started? Feet underneath the hips. Feel the length through the legs, the length through the spine, and the length through the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders back and down. When you're ready, soften your knees, cross your arms over, take a breath in, and take a breath out as you release. And you take your arms as high as you're comfortable to. Take a breath in, and breath out. Last time, breath in, and breath out. Well done.